Yeah, welcome back to the streets. You should enjoy this one. This is an extraordinary family that first comes up from California. He works in concrete. He does pre-make. He's a concrete guy, and she's a teacher. And they left California. And they're now living on the road. And apparently don't stay any more than a week in any one place. I guess searching for a new place to live. But you'll see their reasons for getting out of California. And then, as it would happen often, as I'm talking to one person, another person or some people will overhear and join in the conversation. And so we have a second family that comes in about halfway through to add their perspective to what we were talking about. So this is a pretty good clip here of some perspectives going from here to Spain and back. So I hope you enjoy this one. I did. It was fun meeting these people. And of course, if you were to like this as much as I did, well, then you'll hit the like button. And you'll go ahead and if you care, you'll share. Because we can see the censorship going on. It's getting harder and harder to find conservatives on YouTube and almost any place else on Google. They are, as we get closer to the election, seem to be, even though they're before Congress, giving their mea culpas and saying, oh, we, of course, will never, ever, ever do anything like that. And of course, as they clip our wings, we are dealing with liars and deceivers. These are spawns of the devil, folks, and you cannot believe them. And they will continue to try to kill us at the same time they are saying they are trying to save us. So we can only fight back with our numbers. I'm going to start moving over to Real.video. So I'm going to be posting over there more and more, and I would like people to go over there, and if I can build up the following over there as it builds up, I will do less and less on YouTube. And it will feel, of course, a bit less restricted over there, so maybe even be able to expand a little bit more, because even now I'm feeling like I've got to hold back on some things, which is not a good feeling. I don't like being there. So, and then of course, if you really want to help, there's the GoFundMe. You become a patron. I want to thank Patricia for her generous donation. Thank you very much. And please let me know what signed print you would like to have. And anybody else would like to go ahead and make that donation, it's always appreciated. But I really, really like it when you buy my work. I like to know that my designs are out there, hopefully getting other people to think that magical thing, thinking that we can still do while we have the capability. So enjoy this. And I'm not going to interrupt this one because it keeps on going. It flows right through. So it's a good conversation. So until the next time, I shall see you on the streets. I was making crypts. This was my first job. I was shoveling out stables. I was actually shoveling.
Right. Right.
My first job.
Right.
I'm still doing it. And I can see you're busy. Do you do anything besides this?
We travel full time.
What, doing what?
Trying to get out of California.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we live in our RV. In California, they made a law that all kids have to have every single.
And that's one of the
no matter
reasons
what.
you said
That
Scadio.
was kind of the
One of
final
the many.
catalyst after we got them. We're like, we got to
Yeah.
find somewhere better where we can raise our kids our way.
Yeah.
And you've got the kind of skill right now that's needed if construction's booming, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but because we move so much, I mean, we don't usually stay anywhere more than a week. So at work,
Really?
I don't work. I just take care of the girls. My wife still works online. She's
So you're homeschooling now.
Yes, yeah, homeschooling, and I teach now online. I was 13 years in the classroom, now I'm online, so.
Oh, got
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Good deal.
yeah,
See, I've been talking to teachers all summer,
yeah.
and I've been listening to some of the problems they have. You know, like
Yeah.
4 different bathrooms, 15 different languages.
Yeah.
You know, half the kids don't have, you know, parents and you're living with, you know, I mean, it just, what, you know, well, man, I don't know how the hell you teach anymore. I mean, seriously. Now, is this a trend? Things are moving online, or
I
what is?
think so. I mean, the 21st century tool is a movement towards that
Yeah.
now. Yeah. So I mainly got into it so I could be home with her, and then they started passing the laws like this, and I thought, well, I can't go back to work, and I can't put them in school, and so everything else in California is just going down the pooper. So let's go find a better place.
Yeah, you're not the first, you know, first couple I've talked to, family I've talked to that are, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
You know, trying to get out.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. A year ago, I talked to a guy who grew up in California. Where is it? It was like Laguna Beach. He was the auditor for the county. I mean, you know, big deal. You know, you wait for someone to die to get those kind of jobs. You know,
Yeah,
right? It's like,
great.
I asked him. I says, "Well, you're the auditor. How are things?" He says, "I'm getting out."
Yeah.
It says it's just inevitable that this. I can't. I grew up here. I love this state, but I can't live here anymore.
There's not a lot of places to go up the ladder from there. You know, you're pretty much at the upper echelon. And
Yeah. Plus,
you still want to leave.
oh yeah. Plus, he knew where all the money was going. I mean, this guy was like, you know, he was looking at it. He said, "Well, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
My family's got no future here at all."
Yeah.
And it's a shame. And it just keeps on getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to see some titanic changes, I think. Not just what we brought up about the technological changes that are
Yeah.
going to overwhelm our lives, because it already is.
Oh, already. Yeah. Already. Yeah.
But even more so exponentially in the next, 10 years. And then how do we adapt to that? Boggles my mind. You're going to be very busy learning a lot of stuff. I would listen to these two people.
You could sit here for
Absolutely,
an hour
I would listen to them.
with her.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh,
Pretty bright.
that's another thing that's amazed me. Families that, know what's going on. Their children are, I can speak to them on a adult level. It blows my mind. Like if this kid could hardly talk, was like 2 years old, right? And he put he said, tell him who's a bad person. How are we, Clayton? It's like, what's your name?
Evelyn.
Evelyn. Hi, I'm Uncle Sam.
So, nice to meet you.
Well, it's nice to meet you. Do you know who Uncle Sam is? He represents the United States, right? U.S. Uncle Sam.
I think I actually have you in the end of my workbooks. I think I have you in the end of my workbook.
Oh, you do? Well, thank you for being a fan. I appreciate that.
Awesome.
Yes. Let me give you something that might help you in life. This is a get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton. It's mom approved.
A chance card. By identifying yourself. And this is you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Go check out my YouTube channel. This is what I do. I start conversations with people, use my provocative art to go ahead and get it up.
Yep.
And you see my question is really kind of like poking them in the eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there was a survey this morning. Apple employees, 71% of them want the First Amendment banned.
Crazy.
That was my first thought.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, in California, they're trying to pass a law now that has there's going to be a fake news committee that censors anything, social media, text, phone calls.
Yeah, because we're too stupid to figure it out.
Yeah.
As citizens, we can't. We need someone else to vet all this for us before we hear it, because obviously we're stupid.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and who's going to be on that committee? You know.
Well,
Obviously.
yeah, but
let's
the responsible people.
Yeah.
The one, people that are better than me.
Oh, yeah.
God, I
He's
can't
got to be
believe.
better than me. He got $1 million donation to his campaign from Pfizer.
I mean, just I mean, look. You can take one of these poor homeless guys over here, dress them, and clean them up, put them in a nice suit, put them on TV, put a couple of, fake, phony, professor alphabet things after his name, and you're going to have 100,000 people swear to God that whatever he says is true.
Yeah.
Hell, we got
for
people
sure.
believe in science. That's not science now.
That's not science. No, I know. I know. All you have to do is say there was a study and everybody believes it.
Yeah.
Well, look at the study. It was one person was in the
Look
study.
at this poll.
Yeah.
So my wife is a scientist.
Ah.
And so as soon as I start hearing that garbage on social media, I'm like, okay, what's the impact of that study? And they go, huh? I'm like, do you know what the word impact even means when it pertains to statistical or case study results? And
Right.
yeah, it's the actual what quantifies it as if it can even be considered as peer reviewed.
Right. Wonderful.
And but yeah, so it's like that, and then you look at it, and it's like first impact, zilch, just trash, and then you look at who funded that research.
Right.
Follow the money.
Exactly, and it's always like some such and so group, some whatever kale eating this, and
Yeah. Now it doesn't sound like your wife would ever be invited on CNN for an interview or MSNBC to verify a study or anything.
They're from Spain. Her mom wants to set up a fucking 50 cal on the shore and, and annihilate these Africans that are coming over.
You didn't hear that.
Yeah, sorry for the language.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff, though.
Yeah.
Italy,
Oh, yeah.
Austria, are
Yeah.
done.
And I spoke to a couple of Spanish girls out here. They're 20-somethings who would swear in a stack of Bibles that the people coming over there are not a problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yet they've never been there.
Right.
They don't see it. They don't.
No,
live
they're
it.
from Spain. These
Oh, they're
girls
from
were
Spain?
from Spain.
Oh, yeah?
So I asked them, well, where do you live? What
Yeah,
neighborhood
exactly.
you living in?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if they're living in and I've run this across a lot, even people from Germany. If you're living, and I've had some of them admit it, if you're living in an affluent neighborhood, you don't see the problems.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
not
the
fair.
same. It's the same thing here. It's the same thing in California.
Yes.
There's this kid who I know, and here's the thing. I'm really hard to call myself a Trump supporter, but there's no denying the positivity of everything that's happening, the direction that everything is going. But when they're talking about how they want to basically virtue signal these ridiculous policies and spending into existence, and they sit from this ivory tower. It's like you're not on the ground level where what you're going with is going to affect you.
Yeah.
You live.
Yeah, well, I love the hypocrisy when you guys like Bezos, and Zuckerberg, and all these close to trillionaires, definitely billionaires, talking about how great socialism is.
Yeah. Go to Venezuela for the weekend and stuff.
Not even there, but Canada, even Canada, what's their gross production? What are they known for producing?
Maple syrup.
Yeah, a bunch of maple leaf eating snow monkeys. Good people, polite people, nice people, but you can't live inside your expectation of reality. You guys know who Dan Pena is?
No.
Dan Pena, he's known as the $50 billion man. He's a mogul, and he is the son of two illegal or of at least one illegal immigrant. Grew up in East LA, became an oil man, lives in a castle in Scotland now, and he wants the wall. Not only that, but he has some really good one-liners. He's like sensitivity equals poverty.
Well, that's why we haven't heard of him. If he wants anything pro-Trump, he ain't going to be out there.
Oh, he's actually he gets a lot of coverage.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, he's made it on Joe Rogan at least once.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah. Well, if he's on Rogan, it's like being on drugs. You're going to get.
Exactly. Yeah.
Going to get show.
Yeah.
Now InfoWars is exploding since they banned them.
That worked out well in his favor. He probably had that set up.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, it never did. It's worked.
I've appeared on the show a few times. About 2 weeks ago, I closed the show up with Owen Schroyer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. From conversations I have out here, obviously some of them get pretty colorful,
What's the story down here? It's probably twice that I've heard it. Like there was a girl inside of a knick-knack shop, and I was admiring a poster. There's a poster for a punk show from that happened years ago. And she's like, do you know who that band is? And I was like, yeah. And I just started naming off their songs. She's like, so many people come in here and they think it means X, Y, and Z. And I'm just like, oh, you guys are so idiots. It's always white people. And I look at her, I'm like, okay, so you haven't seen a mirror recently? And so I just played into it with her. I was like, I know white people are the effing worst, aren't they? She's like, yeah. I was like, I got no patience for white people. She's like, oh yeah. And she carried on for a second. I was like, we need to round them all up and just put them somewhere where they can be away from the rest of people. And we just kind of put them to work or something. Keep them busy, give them small tasks, like rock breaking or ditch digging and stuff. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, you know what, screw it, let's just put them on a boat and sink it. And she got kind of weird. And I was just sat there seeing just how far she would
have filmed that
with it. Yeah. Because I can talk their language. I lived in New York.
Because I've got it on film video out here. A professional professional women, in my face, and this is the quote. You don't know anything. You're a white male.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the most damning.
I mean, that isn't bigoted or,
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing wrong there.
For me, any acknowledgement.
Are you this is my young man's wife?
Yeah.
A tip of the hat to you.
Carmen, this is Mr.
I am Badass Uncle Sam, and Carmen, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm already in love with you just listening to what he said about you.
Really?
Yes, indeed.
He always says very nice things of me. He's very cute.
I imagine there's good reason for that.
Yeah, thank you.
We got to take off. So good meeting you.
Oh, it's a pleasure here. Let me give you a get-out-of-jail-free card from Hillary Clinton.
It's going to be very useful.
This is good. Yeah, it is. It's good for any crime in the world.
Oh my God!
Jesse Jackson jabbed Bill in the leg because he was just sitting there salivating.
Do you want me to?
over Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande performed at Aretha Franklin's funeral, and Bill is behind her, just mesmerized, and Jesse Jackson sitting next to him, and Jesse Jackson is for a full 5 seconds staring at Bill in disbelief until he jabs him in the leg.
Another one grabbed her, copped the feel.
Yeah, exactly.
And then all these funerals are turning into Trump roasts. Mm-hmm. It's how low can you go? All right, buddy, take it easy.
Good one. Stay free. Thank you.
You too.
Yeah, it's just getting goofier and goofier.
And this is the woman who wants to set up the 50 cal on the southern.
I love you. I love you. God bless you.
Tell your mom that I was informing them that your mom, how she feels about the African immigration.
Que le estaba diciendo para la situación de España con la migración de los africanos y todo eso. ¿Cómo nos sentimos como? Hola.
Take care, guys. All right, Uncle Sam.
Oh, that's a pleasure. That was a pleasure talking to you guys.
We might see you again when we're going back to the car.
I hope so. I'm going to look forward because those are the prettiest green eyes I have ever seen in my life. I'm serious. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye.